so much for visiting my channel. This is actually a timeless collective reading for the sign of Capricorn. Okay, so you have the lovers. You have the lovers here, the 8 of air, which is the 8 of swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. There's confusion here around how you feel about a relationship. The lover speaks of a choice. It's a choice here when it comes to relationships. This doesn't have to be romantic. This could be your relationships with money, your relationships and your career, relationships with friends, with family. But the 8 of swords is here. So this is coming into a bit of, like I said, confusion, a mental entrapment about a situation. Someone here is feeling like they aren't as the Knight of Pentacles. There's a need to get more organized here. The King of Water, King of Cups. So there's a situation that's coming in, but it may be moving at a slow pace because someone right now could be a little bit confused about how they want to go about a particular situation. Okay. Someone here is needing to be more responsible. Yeah, the Chariot. There isn't, wow, the Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the King of Swords. All right. And here is the Dreamer, which is the Fool card. Underneath that is the 4 of water and then the 4 of fire. 4 of Wands, release. Okay, so let me tell you. Somebody's going through an ego death here. There is 100% like a dark night of the soul that's happening. Okay, this could be you or someone that you are connected to or about to connect with. Keep in mind, this is energy. Sometimes this is just the reading. I'm just a fly on the wall telling you what's to come. You either right now or you soon will have to make a choice about what direction you're moving in. This is saying with the Knight of Pentacles right now, though, you have an idea. That Pentacle, it's an idea of what you want to do with your energy, how you want to move forward, what makes you feel appreciated, who and what do you appreciate. Okay, I feel like what somebody here is trying to manifest, someone who's very caring, kind, trustworthy, understanding, who has compassion, but is also very much emotionally balanced and mature. Like I said, this could be you or someone else. The King of Cups is out here as well as the King of Swords. This King of Cups, King of Swords could be the same person, or for some of you, you have to make a choice. You could be trying to figure out right now, what is more important to you? Is it more important for you to be with the type of person who is loving and compassionate? Or would you rather be with the type of person, the King of Swords, who is more objective? They are well respected. This is something here, especially like the divine feminine collective, when it comes to you being able to receive. You need to know exactly what you want, because you can go for the type of person who will be very appealing to your emotions. But what you have to keep in mind is this type of emotional connection, is that enough to sustain or support you in whatever it is that you're trying to build? I feel like somebody here is confused, and Spirit is saying, okay, I can come in and give you what you want, because the Lovers came out first. Some of you are definitely trying to manifest a relationship, but you need to be very clear on what it is that you want, because the 8 of Swords is here. This is saying you have free will right now, but you're doubting something. You're in your head about something. Some of you also too, you could see or like sense what it is that you want. The timing that this comes in, or the pace at which something moves, may be concerning to you, because there's 2 different types of energies here. You have a King of Water here, which I feel is like the dreamer. Okay, and this person here is a dreamer, but this person is someone who could get easily distracted. Keep in mind, this could be you. This is someone that's very hopeful. They're a dreamer. You know, they're starting over in life, or they're getting started in life. They may be self-absorbed with the 4 of cups, or discontent or bored. They're easily distracted. Okay. Then you have the Chariot here, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Now, for some of you, this is one person, and this person is going, because somebody is going through an awakening here. This person who right now is possibly like dealing with distractions, or they're discontent, you know, maybe upset because they missed an opportunity, or they're right now, the Knight of Pentacles, something isn't moving as quickly as they want. The Chariot is here. So with the Chariot coming, this is saying that someone is going to hopefully recognize this type of behavior within themselves. We do have a full moon in Capricorn that's coming up next week. Full moon in Capricorn, to me already, I can sense that energy coming in. That's like the devil energy. It doesn't have to necessarily be bad, but this is a time to really start looking at your own self-limiting beliefs, your habits, how you perceive certain things, and understanding how are your perceptions shaping your reality. There's somebody here is going through a major awakening. This choice could be one person, like I said, who's deciding, I can't just be a person who's dreaming. When you think about manifestation, manifestation is not just you hoping, wishing, praying. Manifestation still has a lot to do with you using your free will to actually make a decision and then put forth the action. So somebody is going to choose to move forward. The Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this Knight of Pentacles will become the Ace of Pentacles once someone gets the willpower to move forward. There's illusions here though, or self-doubt, self-sabotage that is blocking someone from moving forward. So this is becoming more objective in your thinking. The Four of Wands is here with the release and the wise counsel, which is the Hierophant. So there are endings. There's a transformation. Someone is going to free themselves from something that they've taught, that they've learned, a traditional way of thinking. That's Capricorn. If you've ever met a Capricorn person, if you have Capricorn in your chart, I feel like Capricorns, and this is, you know, just a kind of, it's stereotyping, but you know, all signs kind of have their characteristics, attributes, like anything. Capricorns are very anal. If you want somebody that's going to be anal, that can make money, be very traditional in a way, find a Capricorn, especially a Capricorn man. Okay. The problem with that energy though is that Capricorns, especially Capricorn men, they are dreamers. If you've ever dealt with Capricorn, Capricorn men have so many hobbies, and because of that level of obsession and that anal retentiveness that they have, they won't stop working at something until they master it. And once they master it, like they're moving on to the next thing. This could be someone here who is struggling with trying to be like perfect at something, or like I said, just teachings, but it's a mindset or something that has been taught that is oppressive to where this person is now. Someone is not able to celebrate and have prosperity, the blessings and the abundance that they want, until they actually let go of something. This could even have something to do with a person's religion or tradition. Someone could be choosing to get more on, you know, a spiritual path, which does not mean that you can't still believe in God or be religious. It's just understanding the relationship with God and with yourself better, because the Eight of Wands is here. Someone is about to go rapidly through some type of spiritual awakening after being stuck at a crossroads here, indecisive, unable to make a decision because they've been confused. And the reason why someone here has been, it's not so much confusion, it is someone avoiding a certain path, a job, or relationship, or situation because they know that they have to sacrifice something. Yeah, I feel like I'm picking up a masculine who's at a crossroads. If this person is going to have, because the feminine energy is not out here. If this person is going to have, well, the feminine energy would be this Knight of Pentacles. So you have a feminine here that's like, this person is uneasy really about moving forward with this masculine, because this masculine needs to go through an awakening. This person could be going through a dark night of the soul. It's like until this person goes through an awakening and has some type of ego death, or they let go of some type of false beliefs or self-limit, they're going to be stuck. And this is blocking someone's money or a major opportunity. Someone's abundance, their opportunities and everything are blocked. The moon is here. Yeah. Someone's intuition is blocked. This King of Swords, this is like the type of person who, this is analysis paralysis. When somebody, they're so logical, they're so analytical and strategic in everything. Again, even like that Capricorn energy, they're so anal that, you know how some people, they can be so logical that they forget common sense? Is that like where somebody is, you know, I'm here over engineered, you know, they're just too direct. They see the bigger picture, but they don't see the things that's right there in front of them, which would be themselves. Yeah, someone is going to have a revelation very soon, though. Yep. Ace of, wow. The Ace of Cups is falling under the Four of Wands. Somebody has been avoiding or moving very slowly when it comes to possibly going into like a relationship. This person has been, so this person's heart chakra is blocked. This person's connection to spirit is blocked. The heart chakra is like the bridge between your lower chakras and your higher chakras. You get to the higher chakras, and that's your enlightenment. This person's intuition is blocked. This could be someone, like I said, who's very traditional, I'm sorry, I just have to say, for sure, they could be very religious, or nothing wrong with being religious, so please don't take it that way, but it's like this person is so stuck on tradition. But the life that they want for themselves, they have to release this self-limiting beliefs. In order for somebody here to actually have a happy life, this Four of Wands, like, being happy and content and able to just celebrate, they have to tap in with their emotions. So somebody is avoiding their emotions. They haven't released something. Yeah, you have here the renewal card, which is judgment, and here is justice. Four of Pentacles. Somebody has to release something. So the full moon in Capricorn that's coming up, somebody has an old relationship, a situationship, a job. Somebody is holding on to something. It could be a secret. They're holding on to something though, or like I said, just a mindset, and it's keeping them trapped in a cycle that they desperately want to get out of. Yeah. Five of Wands. This is some type of conflict. And someone here is finding it very strong to have wish fulfillment, happiness, success, victory, and rewards, because somebody does not know who or what to prioritize. This could be someone who doesn't understand that by them constantly trying to prioritize other people, it's keeping them from actually growing. Yeah, someone needs to balance something out in order to have wish fulfillment. I want to get a different deck. I just don't know which deck. I don't know. I'll just use these. The Waiting Game. Obstacles and challenges. Again, somebody is blocked. But see, this block is necessary. 2 and 5 is 7. And then here is the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, which breaks down to, this will be 7, 8, 9. So July, August, September could be significant for someone. And then here you have the light card, number 19. And then 3. Yeah. This is all about a masculine. Wow. Y'all, I can't make it up. Here's the Empress and here's the Emperor. 3 and 4. 3, 4, 5. Wow, it's a union here. Somebody has to go through a spiritual awakening and transformation where their heart chakra has to open. They have to communicate authentically and truthfully about who they are in order to have this accelerated motion into having a balance of their own feminine and masculine energy, but also being able to go into like a divine union with self as well as a spiritual union with someone else. Somebody has to let go of something though that has been causing them it's something in the shadow that's been causing them some type of emotional withdrawal. You can't have abundance without love. Your heart chakra has to be open. So this is like someone here who is not over the fact that there wasn't equal give and take in the situation that they were previously in a job or a relationship, in their family or whatever, and this is causing someone to feel hopeless. But it's like this tower moment is here, forcing this person to purge something so that true love can actually begin. This is actually really good. Yeah, because behind this is somebody here is having a difficult time facing the truth or the reality of a situation from their past that left them brokenhearted and wounded. This could be from childhood. 6 of Cups. It's like someone here is reflecting, or their need to reflect on a childhood wound, and then, you know, bad relationships, bad friendships. But this is necessary. It's a dark night of the soul. It's necessary for someone here to have this mental breakthrough. The Ace of Swords, it says triumph and success with the sacral here. Again, someone's ability to produce has been blocked. But this person has to be patient. It's like God is saying, well, before I show the world that you are actually this majestic being, you have to actually be truthful and honest with yourself about base chakra here, temptation, like I said, Capricorn, about this bad habit that you have, or how you're holding on to this karmic oppressive like situation or mindset. Until somebody does that, it's going to be almost impossible for them to have a firm foundation and victory and success where they can actually celebrate. So somebody here has to come out of this mental conflict in order to have a passionate new beginning. But right now they're trapped in fear because of some kind of situation from the past. This could be past life karma. But here, this person, they need to stand their ground to move forward. Somebody may need to stand their ground. Also, this is happening with the Triumph card. This is like the Chariot. Right now, I was just talking about this in a reading yesterday with like 12th house energy and Pluto retrograde is all about like how you see power, how you see like your boundaries. So somebody here, this is a distorted feminine or masculine. It's a distorted masculine, but they could be male or female. Somebody needs to open up their eyes, or that like somebody's third eye is blocked. Somebody doesn't even recognize. This is giving me like a person has run across like an earth angel or like their biggest blessing, and they are unable to see it because they're blinded by some type of self-limiting, outdated belief, possibly about love or relationships. Or this is like someone here who has so much bitterness and resentment because of a heartbreak or because of job loss or because of a situation where there has been lack or poverty, that they're refusing to see that like something good is happening. Somebody is very pessimistic and they don't see it. Their connection is blocked. This person's third eye and crown chakra is blocked, but this person is destined to become very awakened. And by them becoming awakened like this is where their prosperity begins. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. That's like the Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Yeah. Somebody has a very bright future. It's like a spiritual leader. Or maybe not a spiritual leader, but someone will get much further in life if they learn how to listen to their heart and tap in with God more, as well as the Christ consciousness or God consciousness, that frequency within themselves. The reason why they can't do this right now, though, is because they can't see the light. They're just stuck. Somebody is lacking self-awareness. It's an ego death. Somebody doesn't realize that like they're their own worst enemy, and everything in their life is stuck. It's stagnant. It's on hold until they realize that the conflict, the competition, the chaos, the confusion, and everything else around them is because of their own bitterness and resentment about something that has already happened that was meant to happen. So this could be you or someone that you're dealing with, or you and someone that you're dealing with. And if you don't get a handle on this situation, if you and someone else are both kind of going through this, what could possibly be a connection where you can heal from this shadow aspect of yourself, it will become a trauma bond. This is kind of what it feels like too, where it's like someone here, you have a divine connection that if someone does not quickly anchor themselves and get rid of this karmic energy, this outdated thinking, this soul tie or whatever, something that is divine could turn very karmic. It's going to just turn into a trauma bond, and you or this person cannot stay here very long. That's why the feminine energy is out here with the Nine of Pentacles. This is like, wait a minute, I don't know if I can stay here, because if you just stay in, if this masculine stays in La La Land and they don't see that they need to change, this divine feminine is going to have to move on. Keep in mind, divine feminine could be male or female, but the person who's ready to receive, but who also is very fertile with blessings to offer someone, is like, listen, I'm here. The feminine is like, I'm here with the seed. You know, I can be the one to plant the seed in this masculine that will grow to become the Ace of Pentacles. But if this masculine does not actually see the opportunity because they won't let go of what mommy, daddy, brother, sister, cousin told them, or how it was before, then it's like, well, fine, this person is going to move on. So somebody here is skating on really thin ice. Crown chakra. somebody needs to somebody just has to go through this awakening. It's being forced. I really don't think that I don't feel like this person really has much of a choice. It feels like why does this feel like somebody is possibly going through their Saturn return? Somebody is going through like their Saturn return, their dark night of the soul. I don't feel like it's their first awakening, but they're ascending. So Saturn just went retrograde a few days ago, but you or somebody may have met during a Saturn return. Either you're going through a Saturn return, or you met this person and they're going through their Saturn return. A lot of people will meet like a twin flame during that time. One of you will guide the other. That's been coming out in the readings a lot. Yeah, it's like you or this person was contracted to meet one another because there's a lesson that has to be taught here. You or this person is going to teach the other person a lesson here that's going to cause an ego death, and it's going to make them bloom and blossom into who they're supposed to be. Yeah, win or lose is here. So this is like the Five of Swords energy. Trust. You have to take a risk. Spread your wings. Like I said, win or lose. I feel like the divine is like, listen, this for some of you is a counterpart. This person comes in to balance you. You're looking at the other half of you in this person. Somebody is so triggered in a connection, and it's like, it doesn't matter. This is 214. Valentine's Day could have been significant, or this just has to do with love. The heal card is here. This is also breaks down to 717, which very important, is an important number when it comes to like the twin flame journey. You guys you're waiting on something to balance out. You're waiting on this person to heal. Their heart has to heal in order for them to be open and ready for giving and receiving. So someone now has to put forth 8 of Pentacles, dedicated effort to actually opening their third eye and their heart chakra in order for their heart to be open. Because somebody is somebody is going within and trying to heal. There could be a masculine out here who needs to work on healing a wound that they have with their father. Yeah, somebody has a wound with their father possibly, and this wound, what they've been taught about being a man, is an outdated belief, and it's the reason why this person is having this, their heart is not open. And they're possibly having challenges when it comes to being grounded, stable, and being able to offer stability. This could be someone who didn't have the best relationship with a father figure. Their father could have been around, but like there wasn't enough love or affection. Somebody here has been taught that you need to be a certain way. As this is someone who's they're a masculine that's meant to be divine, but right now they're in a distorted energy until they heal this situation with a father figure. And this person is possibly needing to go through this before they become a parent, or so that they can strengthen their relationship with their own kids. I feel like literally someone's relationships are being affected because of their emotions when it comes to the dynamic with them and their father. And this may be someone who, it looks like they have a good relationship with their father, but this person on the end, like deep down, they're hurting. Something here is missing. This because you know how sometimes you meet some men are like, I want to be just like my dad, but it's like, why? You know, like, you can be better. You know, there's more in you. There's more to you, but they're so caught up on you got to be just like your dad, or this person's father or mother has told them that they're supposed to be a certain way. They live according to that, and it's not working for them until they realize that, listen, what your mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin told you is not working for you. They're gonna be stuck. I can see how this is gonna be, how this may be a little bit challenging. I'm sorry. I can see how this can be challenging though, because I know how the divine feminine collective energy is right now. Divine feminine is like, listen, honey, I'm stable, I'm secure. Are you going to leave the nest? Or do you want me to fly off and leave you? What are you doing? Throat chakra, yeah. 1, 4, and 5, and then the number 2. It's like you can strengthen this bond and we can come together, but here is the 4 of Wands energy, joy and stability, and the throat chakra. Again, communication. This is like divine feminine saying to this person, we can come together and have joy and stability when you learn to speak up. When you learn how to say how you feel and stop bottling it up inside, then we can blossom together. Yeah, this is telling somebody you got to open up and release. Release. Somebody here has control issues. It comes from most likely like a parental figure, a father figure. Somebody here, like either they had a father figure and they worship this person and they haven't even realized that person, I don't want to come off like, oh, that person isn't worthy of being worthy, but that person that has taught them with these self-limiting beliefs that it's outdated. This is like someone's father, you need to marry this type of person, boys aren't supposed to cry. It's just a bunch of stuff that it doesn't matter anymore, especially not if you're on a divine path or journey. And this person holds on to this like, child, somebody's dad could be like somebody's dad could be a preacher or something. I don't know. This is like that. I'm going to be just like my mom, just like my dad. Somebody's dad really could be like a preacher. Or like some leader, public figure in the community, and they feel pressure to be like their dad. This is like someone's dad, you need to go out and get a wife, and this person, honestly, they may not want to be married or even have kids. Or they certainly are fighting against, do I do what my heart wants or what my family wants in tradition? This has somebody really stressed out because it's starting to stress me out. Reading the energy, it's too much chaos and conflict with this. And some of you if you're dealing with this person, that could be the situation where you're just like I don't know what to do with this situation. It's because this person, they don't know what to do. they're confused, and you're gonna just have to let this person go through this awakening. It's really not something that you can do for them. You just kind of have to leave them where they are. Yeah, exactly. Choose your battles here. Okay. This person has to find their own truth and the willpower for them to get clear on what they want out of life. 2 of Cups. I feel like, they want this, but this is 2 different people coming together. This person... Wow. I feel like the divine feminine here is like very free spirited. How you see the world is open, it's full of color. This person is black and white. That's why the King of Swords is here. They're black and white. Like it's analysis paralysis. They're so anal retentive. It's because of what they've been taught. And I feel like somebody's like, listen, that's just not gonna work over here. King of Pentacles. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, creature of habit, stable, secure. Everything has to be slow and steady. With a King of Pentacles. The Chariot. Cancer season is significant. But see, the Chariot speaks of this person's going to come around. They are an emperor. They are a masculine. but still this person is going to have to move away from the father or the wound that they have related to their father before they can come to you and make an offer as an emperor. This person needs to understand that you're trying to see the divine masculine in them, not their father's son. Four of Swords. Yeah. Divine feminine is like, I'm tired of this. I'm sick of it. I don't like it. I don't know if I want it. I thought it was a magical opportunity. I'm not so sure now. I'm just gonna take a break. That's where you are, and that's okay. Eight of Wands. Something here has come to a screeching halt. It was moving very fast, so this is it. There has to be an ending. Ending the Lovers and then the Empress. You have to let this person go through this ego death. You have to. Divine feminine has probably already gone through this, yeah. And something here will spark up new. There will be victory, success. It will lead to the Ten of Pentacles, because what's coming in is this awakening, which is wish fulfillment. But you awaken this person by remaining stable and secure on your own, trusting your intuition and staying in your own divine right, knowing who you are. Yeah, you don't have to wait on this person, but if this is truly like a counterpart of yours, as you are balancing your life, growing and evolving, they're kind of gonna follow the same path as you. Even if you've already gone through this dark night of the soul, some of you, maybe you had to heal a situation with your mother. This person needs to heal a situation with their father. The crazy part about it is they don't truly see an issue. Not yet anyway. They will. This full moon in Capricorn is going to it's gonna gut punch this person. Watch. It's already starting. Because somebody is like, why? I can feel somebody saying, like, why do I want this? Or why is it like this? Why am I going through this? Look back at your family. Look at your lineage. Look at what mommy and daddy taught you. This person is probably dealing with a lot of problems with procrastinating. Like I said, there's not a lot of movement. Everything is moving in slow motion for this person. Wow, temptation. What did I say? Devil, Capricorn energy. Say what you mean. This person is not someone who stands up much to their family. Family and tribe. This has everything to do with this person's family and their community. And I feel like you're dealing with somebody here who, this person is looking at this divine feminine and they want love, but divine feminine, you're not going to deal with this person as long as they are in this sellout energy and self-sabotaging because of their family and their community. You've done too much work to heal your inner child already. You're like, I've already healed, or I'm actively working on healing my inner child. If you want to be stuck with not saying what you mean or standing up to your family because of what your family or this community has to say, then stay where you are. It's crazy though, because some of you, you're contracted to be with this person. So it's not a bad thing. It's just, you should be aware of this. This is what's going to be coming up. Okay. This person has to have this ego death, and they're going to have to see the truth about their family, the tribe that they come from, their community, learning that, you know, again, how your parents did things or what you saw growing up. Maybe it was good or maybe it wasn't. Let's see something here. I want to see, I literally turned right to the family and tribe. It's this person's family. It's their family. And it says, become aware of how the beliefs of your family and tribe are influencing you. What did you learn about relationships, money, and opportunities when you were younger? So this is someone here who, before they can go into this role as the divine masculine, whether male or female, they need to understand that, like, whatever they've been taught about gender roles, relationships, you know, being the head of household, how to manage money or something like that, has been taught to someone who although it's their family, maybe even their parental figure, loved one, mentor, whomever, it's not in alignment with who they are and who they are becoming. It says, ask yourself, am I still carrying some of those outdated beliefs? Am I trying to seek love and approval from my family by doing what they want me to do? So this is someone here who has even gone out and possibly picked a lot of partners that have led to them now feeling defeated and hopeless about love, because they're picking people based on what they think is going to be approved by friends, family, or their community. This card asks you to examine your loyalties, family beliefs, superstitions, and rituals that have power over you. Let go of anything that is not serving you. You are also being asked to face your fears of being different and embrace your uniqueness, even if others don't understand or approve of your actions. So this could be someone, it could have something to do, like I said, somebody here may not want to be, as religion is coming up heavy here. I don't know why. Like, I know I've said that word 20 times. This could be someone that's very religious, and they're crossing paths with like a divine feminine who's spiritual, a high priestess, intuitive, which being a high priest, being intuitive doesn't mean that you're dark or that you're bad, but this person has been taught that. If that person is intuitive, then, they're into witchcraft, or, it's something like that. Or this is my mom did it like this. This may be the type of person, they make reference to their parents a lot. My mom did it like this. Or, when my dad came home, my mom, she did this. My mom never did that. Like, okay. It's like, divine feminine is like, okay, but listen, you have your eye on me. You're in the mirror. You're in the 5D and the spirit realms constantly looking at me. So, are you going to leave the nest or not? Because I feel like here, the fact that someone cannot stand up to their family, divine feminine is saying, I'm going to let go. You'll just have to watch me. But I'm going to let go. Because for some, this person, their self-sabotage energy, you're going to become so sensitive to, it's going to lead you to self-sabotaging. And divine feminine is like, no, I've done too much work on myself, having to like overcome the challenges of learning how to love self despite family, friends, karmic situations and everything. Why would I go backwards? This person, you have to be careful, because like I said, this person be going through a Saturn return or a dark night of the soul or whatever. And divine feminine, you've already gone through this. So you understand it, but you have to know the difference in saying, well, I can send you love and light and be like a guide to you, but I'm not going to go backwards with you. If this person can't see you as a guide, then, that's on them. It's like letting somebody know, I can. It's like showing this person. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain it. I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. It's like sympathy and empathy. It's like, it's like you have sympathy and empathy for this person. I'm struggling to say what I'm sensing here. It's I'll be honest. I feel like because this person, a lot of times when people going through the dark night of the soul, especially with the devil that came out first here with this healing yourself card, this is dark. This is saying, listen, your problems right now are bigger than me. I won't let you be I won't be your human punching bag. Because somebody needs to go back and talk to mommy, daddy, their exes, or whomever else, because they are carrying at least two bodies. Somebody here is carrying baggage from their parents or from a parent and a lover. Until they let this go, these are some soul ties and contracts that until they let this go, this darkness is going to surround this person. I feel like you or someone else has already gotten out of this, but this selling out here, this is somebody who always does things that they don't want to do because it's secure, it's stable, but they don't recognize that what they're doing for security and stability is based on an illusion. And this could be you. So what needs to be released here? I don't know. This full moon is, for sure, it's a big one because I already feel this heavy release energy. Surrender your fear of change. Yeah. Somebody here needs to change. They're afraid of change. This could be a change in, what I say, being someone's human punishment. This person is being extremely defensive. But they don't realize that the reason why their success is blocked is because they won't surrender to the unhealthy relationships in their life. Friends, family, past lovers, or whatever. There's still a lot of drama around this person. And they just don't recognize it because it's their norm. Or this is you. Somebody doesn't see that they're not aligned. And I'll be honest, this is what happens to many people, or us, depending on, you know, your walk, your path. Being very religious, people sit in this energy of thinking that something is just going to happen. Everybody has free will. Like I said, manifestation is not about you just praying and wishing for it. Did you make a decision to actually change and to go after what you want? This is somebody that's like, oh, well, you know, they think change is just going to happen. Money is just going to fall out the sky. Opportunities, you know, husband, wife, kid, everything is just going to come because it's a part of their divine plan. And people forget that, and I've been saying this a lot, destiny is a destination. If you listen to the wrong things, if you surround yourself with the wrong people, if you don't allow yourself to surrender to the fact that you are different and God has called you to do something different from your friends, family, lover, or whatever, you're going to always be surrounded by drama, which is going to make you defensive. It's going to make you shut down your heart chakra. So you're not going to be aligned. Your crown chakra won't be open to actually be able to receive God, the Holy Spirit, divine white light, whatever you want to refer to it as. And you're just going to be out here a walking, talking zombie. Money's not coming in. Opportunities aren't coming in. It's because you're disconnected. Somebody here doesn't understand that their perspective is the reason why they're experiencing this misalignment. They don't have a clear and calm mind that allows them to see that it's okay to be different. It's okay for them to be different. And most likely when they are encountering you, or when you encounter this person, they become very defensive. So somebody's light is aggravating the darkness in somebody, but it's good because they need to clear out this shadow aspect of themselves. Yeah, look, emptied. Somebody needs to empty themselves to go through this transition. Eternal gatekeeper, acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. Yeah. Somebody needs to stand up for themselves. And it's just being distorted. This is a masculine who's about to realize the hard way that they don't know what they thought they knew, or what they know is not working for them. So if you're a divine feminine, this is actually kind of cute to me. If you're a divine feminine, this person, yeah, they're upset with you right now because you're shedding light on their issues. You're shedding light on it. They don't like that. But divine feminine has been in the same place before, where somebody has shown you, hey, you have mommy or daddy issues and you didn't like it. That's what I'm saying though. Divine, you've already been through this. So look, it says relax, step back, trust your guides. You need to take some time out. It's okay to separate from this person because they need to send something. This is all, sometimes when people don't really appreciate your presence, you need to give them the gift of your absence. Whoever this is, this could be a friend, family member, a lover. You may not even know this person yet, but if you're connecting with them spiritually, energetically, you need to just surrender. Just go with the flow. It's all good. Because right now, with this person's perception being so distorted, no matter what you show them or do, they're not going to see it. That's the reason why Divine Feminine has not been out here in this reading. This person is looking at you and they see you as wish fulfillment and abundant, but they're unawakened. This person is still ruled by ego. I just said this. They have to go through this ego death. It's a must. Physical distance or emotional distance. So there's a breakup. There's a separation or something here. But it's the kind that is needed to build character. Take action. Oh my gosh. Everything I'm saying is coming out in the cards before I even say it. I literally just said it's good. And what does it say? Good change. It's an action. Some of you need to take action to just say, hey, I'll catch you on the flip side. Trust me. It's a divine connection. They're not going anywhere. They'll be back. It's all good, but you need to let this person is loyal to you, or they will be. But somebody needs to learn about loving themselves and understanding, because they've been running. This person is running, and they're making big decisions, but they're thinking a lot about their family and how they want to be the provider. But they're realizing that what they've been taught, what they've been shown about being a provider has triggered them, and it has them on this downward spiral of self-sabotage. Because somebody's like, wow, I'm putting my best moves out, my best foot forward, and it's not working. It's because it's not meant to. You're supposed to break this cycle. This is good. It's a really good, powerful breakthrough. So I'll say, wow, wish fulfillment. This person is not seeing clearly. If this is your situation, if this is you, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, if this is what's happening with you or your person or both of you, you need to be praying for clarity. Extroverted, it says need to talk, saying a lot. Now, there's something that just fell. I know it fell. I don't see it on the floor, though. So maybe it fell inside of my little caddy here. Oh, I see it. That's crazy how that hid. Look, I mean, it like literally hid in the bottom of this little caddy that I have with my cards in it. It says within a few weeks. Boundaries. You need to put up boundaries with this person. If this person is going through a dark night of the soul, spiraling out of control, being defensive, causing drama, put up boundaries. Love is not going to disappear. If it's a divine connection, it'll be there. But this person may need some alone time right now because they're suffering. They're in pain. And this person could be in pain right now because their money is funny. Their money is funny because their heart is closed. Okay, let's pull from, you know what, there is a deck that I know I have not used in well over 6 months, but I see it in my head right now, so let's use it. Let's see, because this is going to tell us we don't want just fluffy love, because it's not, this is real. What's the name of this? Y'all have seen these little black cards. They were really popular like 1 or 2 years ago. So for some of you, there could be something from 1 to 2, maybe even 3 years ago that's being resolved now. Some of you may have met this person in the last 3 years. Let's see. And I just want to say too, for you guys, if you watch my channel, something is changing energetically around us and also within me. The readings that I've been picking up lately have definitely been geared more towards like shadow work and healing. I do tend to pick up a lot of stuff that's happening in the background that is trying to affect the ascension of those who are divine, those chosen ones. But I just want you guys to know, as the channel grows, I just give whatever message that's supposed to come out. Some days it's related to love. Right now there are a lot of twin flame unions that are happening, whether you're in the union, reunion, or recognition phase of it. So that's what's coming out. But my readings are more geared towards like shadow work and spiritual guidance. And I like that, because I feel like these are messages that people need in order to actually grow and to heal. So just putting that out there, because, you know, and I've been praying about that. I don't want to focus on the karmic, like the karmic energies. Yeah, we learn lessons, but y'all, it's bigger stuff out here. People who are truly in their divine purpose, they're breaking generational curses and breaking poverty and all kinds of stuff off their bloodline. Like some of this crazy stuff, it's not as important as we make it. So the first card that came out is a snake. You have, it says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. This person, this masculine for sure, they have an unclean spirit still attached. It's a soul tie. This person probably goes for a certain type and they've been bit by a certain type. I feel like somebody here, and it's the same thing that happens with all of us, especially if you've dealt with like a narcissistic type of parent or something like that. You go from bad relationship to bad relationship. You go from one type of snake to the next type of snake. This is like, okay, boom. This person got with a snake. The snake, it wasn't venomous. It wasn't, but it sucked the life out of them. You know, they let go of that snake. They're like, okay, I survived that. Then they go and they deal with the snake. It's exotic. Boom, they get bit by that snake. That snake is venomous. They nearly lose a limb. You know, it left quite the mark. Okay, it's changed their whole nervous system. And then that's when they come to you ready for paradise, to bloom, to blossom, the butterfly, and you're their soulmate twin flame, but they're heartbroken. This is why people run, because you're going to show them that, hey, you got something attached to you that shouldn't be there, or they're doing this with you. We're focusing on this masculine right now, but most likely if you are connected to this person, or even if this is just your own masculine energy, if you're a woman and this is just your masculine energy, maybe you need to deal with a father issue, whatever the case may be. This wound here is becoming your enemy. You have paradise here. So it's like, what this person would like is for this relationship to evolve into the next phase, because they see a connection. There's a soul contract here. However, there's a separation needed because someone here is deeply hurt and saddened by something else. There's still an energy connected to you or this person that's causing a rift. I don't feel like it's physically here. I feel like somebody, though, going through the dark night, they're like, wow, I really messed up in the past. You know, when you meet somebody really amazing, you see how low perhaps your standards were in the past, and that in itself will put you into a whole depression. I've been there. But you have your engagement ring. So it's like this person, although they're heartbroken, they see a future. However, right now, until this person can deal with this family issue, or this family issue that has now, this mindset that has opened them up to bad partnerships prior to them being with you, you can't now be an empath, because for some, this person, they carry some narcissistic traits, because they've probably been raised by and have been in relationships with narcissists where they've been used and abused. You still have to put up boundaries with this person until they recognize that flaw within themselves. This person is still angry about a situation with someone else. And you know how it is with the dark night. So it's like they could be angry about a past relationship, but now as they heal that past relationship, it's also going to spiral down and be a domino effect where then they're going to start looking at their parents and their siblings and their friends, and God is going to purge and cleanse this person. Yeah, clock. Something here just, it needs more time to heal. Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Love calls. So if you haven't talked to this person, you'll hear from them. And passion. The chemistry here is insane. You and this person like each other equally. You can have fun with this person. This person they're thinking about you. And when they can see beyond some of this confusion and conflict, you'll hear from them. This person is not showing you how they truly feel. And then the mask goes back to like the Gemini energy, which is the lovers. Twin flame energy for sure. This person may be trying to act like, you know, everything is okay. This person is going through hell right now. Because now they have to make a decision. And the decision to be who they need to be for themselves, as well as for perhaps a divine connection with you, means that they have to sacrifice the old version of themselves. And in sacrificing the old version of themselves, that means that they're going to lose everything that was attached to that old version. Friends, family members, they got to get rid of the lovers. This is why I say clean the phone out. The old text message threads, the pictures and the gifts that the ex gave you, what mommy, daddy, like you have to let all of that go. You have to sacrifice an entire version of yourself and all of the connections that came with that version of yourself if you're going to actually go into a divine union with yourself and into a divine union or marriage with another person. This is happening for divine feminine and masculine, but today I guess the focus is more so divine masculine. This divine masculine, I feel, is, like I said, going through like a Saturn return or something right now, or a dark night of the soul. Okay, so yeah, that's what we have. I hope that this resonated and gave you a bit of clarity today. Please be encouraged. And today is actually Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June 27th. But this is a timeless reading. Whenever you hear this, when you're meant to receive it. But Tuesday is the day of Mars. So today is a great day to, you know, pray for the situation that could have happened with your father, whether they're still here or not. Doesn't matter if you're a divine feminine or masculine, male or female. And also to just, you know, send some love and light to your own masculine energy and whoever your counterpart may be, whether you know them or not. Just, you know, put a prayer out, because I feel like there is a masculine who is struggling right now. Or there's a divine feminine that's out here running from love because of a situation that happened in your past with a distorted masculine. Okay, there's just a need to heal masculine energy right now. Surrender the drama and this unhealthy relationship so that you can, you know, go on your soul's path. You have to let go of this hurt, this pain or trauma. And then here's surrender to the wisdom of your body. So your body will tell you it's a situation that makes you feel drained or uncomfortable. And that's why even if a person that you really care about comes around you and you feel drained and uncomfortable, you need to have boundaries. Sometimes we have people that we care a lot about, but if they are going through their own spiritual awakening or whatever, it may not be the best time to be around that person. That's the reason why isolation is not always a bad thing. Sometimes you don't need to be around other people, especially being around other people who are highly sensitive empaths. Like me, when a person is going through something really tough, or I'm going through something, I can't really be around, you know. It's too much sometimes. Even these readings, sometimes it's too much. But somebody here for sure is needing to confront their fears or their perceptions around a father wound, a father figure. Someone could be afraid to become a father. This could be a woman who also has had issues with a father figure. This is what needs to be healed. Today, Mars energy, masculine energy. Just keep that in mind.